Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm delighted to announce that I'll be starting our first series of our Quran meaning, and we start by surah, going in order. So here we're going to start with Surah Al Fatiha, which is the opener. The topics in Surah Al Fatiha are sovereignty and mercy of Allah. That's the first topic. Second topic is seeking Allah's guidance. The third topic is plea for divine guidance, divine mercy, and avoidance for the misguidance. The fourth one is application for spiritual success and guidance. Okay, so this surah, as you all know, it has 7 ayats in it. Starting the first ayah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This surah also has been revealed in Mecca, as it's also been revealed in Mecca. It's the first surah in Juz 1. The surah number is surah number 1, and the verses of the surah is 7. Here, this surah is called the opener, and you probably guessed the reason why it's called the opener. Because as soon as you turn on the first page of surah of the whole Quran, the first surah you see is Surah Al Fatiha. That's the first surah you see. Also, Surah Al Fatiha is known as the mother of the Quran, because the mother has raised you and stuff like that. Same thing like this. Surah Al Fatiha, is the beginning, so that's why it's the mother of the Quran. Here, this surah was revealed to emphasize the importance of seeking Allah's guidance, mercy, and grace. It was revealed at a time when the Muslims were in need of prayer. It is also known in the role of prayers, which is basically Salah, as you all know, where it is recited multiple times. So the Salah is not valid if the Salah is not valid when you don't read Surah Fatiha. Salah can't be made without Surah Fatiha. That's also one reason why. Suppose someone has a disease, they can say Surah Fatiha. They can say Surah Fatiha. It cures them very well. It'll be better with the Surah Fatiha. And it's a divine protection and mercy, of course. Now, this surah, this name of the surah, that emphasizes Allah's sovereignty, mercy, and guidance. And it also includes the plea for help in staying on the straight path. Now here we start with the first ayah, which is the name of Allah. As you all know, it started Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now the surah begins with the invocation of Allah's name, just as I said. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This verse also highlights the importance of any task and with the mention of Allah. So you should say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, or just Bismillah before you do anything, even before drinking water, before doing your writing, before going to the park, before going into the house. There's many things that you have to do with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you're in trouble, you can say Bismillah, Bismillah. When you get hurt, you can say that. It happens in many ways, not just before you do anything as well. So just like I said, this verse highlights the importance of starting any task with the mention of Allah's name, recognizing His attributes of mercy and grace. Next ayah, we go to ayah number 2, which is Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. It means praise to Allah, Lord of the world. And this verse acknowledges Allah as the supreme creator of everything that exists. So everything that in existence. Okay, so here we go to Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, which is the most merciful. And this verse emphasizes Allah's infinite mercy and compassion. He is both the merciful and the most compassionate. Obviously, He's a lot more, like He's the highest, He's the greatest. There's a lot more, but in this surah it mentions these two. And also the qualities, and these qualities also remind the believers of His endless care and love for His creation, especially those who seek His guidance and mercy. And number 4, here we go to sovereignty of the Day of Judgment. Master of the Day of Judgment. This verse highlights Allah's authority over the Day of Judgment, a reminder that He alone has the power to reward. or punished based on the deeds. Let's ayah number 5, seeking guidance and help. You alone you worship, you alone you ask for help. So here this ayah, this verse, you see, demonstrates the essence of Tawheed, exclusive worship of Allah. It signifies the relationship between the believer and Allah. One seeks Allah's help and guidance for both worldly and spiritual matters, and guide us to the straight path. Obviously, you know what the straight path is. The straight path is Jannah. And the guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have gave the favor to, not of those who have evoked your anger or of those who gone astray. These closing verses are a direct plea for Allah's guidance to stay on the straight path. As you know, we don't want to make Allah sad. That's why we do all this stuff. Here are the lessons to learn. There's kind of a lot, but I'm going to mention one of them. Salah doesn't work without Surah Al Fatiha. And that's also one reason why it's called the opener over there. It's called the opener because it's an opener, like when you do your salah, that's the first thing you do. And when you open the Quran, that's the first thing happens. It's the opener. Next week we will have Surah Baqarah to go with, which means the cow. But I'm not going to explain about now because it's for next lesson. So, Assalamu alaikum everyone.